How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And in today's video we're going to be doing a little bit of a review of an HD dash cam for your car. And in particular we're going to be looking at the Ausdom AD282 dash cam. Now it's an HD dash cam and it is sold on Amazon. And the sellers of this product on Amazon so kindly sent me one of these to do a little bit of an unboxing, a review, and to demonstrate how the product works in case you're interested in buying one. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video off by unboxing the product, going over some of the technical specifications and things about the camera, and then we'll go ahead and throw it up into the C55 and see how it works. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox this dash cam. Comes in a nice little tan colored box. It's got the name of it, a little picture of the camera itself. So slide this sleeve off. Okay, open up the contents here. Okay, so on first glance it looks like it comes with some sort of CD, so that could either be for instructions on how to use it or possibly even some software on reviewing the footage and editing it possibly, so maybe I'll have to check that out. Here you got the little instruction booklet. Tells you the contents and how to operate the camera, where to put the memory card in, and things like that. So next we got a little package. This looks to be some of the wires and the hardware. So this looks to be the suction cup mount for the dash cam itself. This is a USB to micro USB cord, it looks like, to plug into the power supply, I'm guessing. You got another micro USB to USB cord. And finally, your 12-volt power supply that goes into your car. So just your standard cigarette lighter into your car. It's got the USB output on the end here. So you could actually even use this to charge your cell phones and things like that too. So that's how you'll be powering this guy on. And then it even looks like it comes with a little SD card, a micro SD card for the camera itself. It's 16 gigabytes. So that's nice. I mean, SD cards in themselves can run easily $20 to $30 depending on the capacity, so it's nice that they include that in the package here. Okay, and lastly, let's go ahead and pull the camera itself out of the packaging here. So here we got the Ausdom dash cam. So it's a nice metallic black finish, very nice quality looking. And on the back here we actually have a screen, so that's nice. Unlike like a GoPro or things like that, you can actually tell what the camera is pointed at and what it's recording, and you don't have to mess up your shot because you know what the angle of the camera is based on the screen here. So the camera itself feels very nice. It's you know, decently, it's not super small, but it's about, you know, the size of the palm of my hand, so that's a good size comparison for those that are looking to purchase one. So it's like, you know, it's a good size camera, and it's nice that it's black, so it'll blend in. It doesn't stick out like it's not white or anything, so that's nice because it'll blend in with the interior of your car. So on the side here it looks like we have our micro USB input. There's a reset button. I believe this says HD out, so either that's where the SD card goes or where another plug goes. And then on the top here, oh no, this is where the SD card will go, on this side. And this looks to be the power button. And then this is probably how you navigate the menu of the dash cam once it's powered on. So that is what the camera looks like. So let's go ahead and go over some of the specs of the camera itself, and then we'll go ahead and power this guy on and see how it does. So now that we did a little bit of an unboxing, let's go ahead and go over some of the technical specifications of the camera that you can find on the back of the box, and I'm also going to pull up the item on Amazon itself to go over some of the details on there. The link to this particular product being sold by the people that so kindly gave this to me to review, is the link to that product will be in the description box below. So if you're interested in purchasing this camera for your car or for any use that you might see fit, the The product is in the link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and go over some of the specs. So the camera is full HD video. It's the resolution is 1920 by 1080, so I'm guessing that means it's 1080p HD video. It shoots at 30 frames per second, and it has a 150-degree wide-angle lens, so that's really nice. It'll capture a wide shot if you have it either on the dash of your car or on the rear view mirror. Some people even set up 2 dash cams, which is pretty intense, but hey, they can do it. So that's really nice because you'll get a wide shot and cover a lot of things if something was to happen. It works automatically, so without any human touch. What I'm assuming by that is that when the car turns on, the camera will turn on itself because it will receive power from the cigarette lighter. So it's got great night vision quality with a certain f-stop lens. It's an f-stop of 1.8. It's got a HDR, high dynamic range video system. I'm not super into like camera specs, so if you're out there and you know what that is, leave a comment below. And it's got an emergency lock button, and it has accident auto detection based on the camera's G sensor. So within the camera itself, it has a little G sensor like a lot of your phones have and things like that. And if your car jolts, like if you're in an accident, the camera will automatically start recording. So that's pretty nifty, because obviously if you're in an accident, you're not going to be like, oh, I gotta pull this out and hit record. So it's nice that it has that auto detection feature to start recording for you. And it also has that 2.4-inch LCD display on the back, so it's nice and easy to figure out what you're actually recording. Alright, so I got the item pulled up on Amazon here on my phone, and as you can see, it's got pretty dang good reviews. One of the things that I always look for when purchasing something online or on Amazon or something like that are the reviews, and you should do that. So I not only look at how many stars the product has received, but also how many people have reviewed the product. So this product has 4 out of 5 stars, so that's pretty dang good, and 226 people have reviewed it. So in my book, if over 100 people have reviewed it, it's a pretty popular product on Amazon, and a good amount of people have purchased the product. So the product on Amazon, the camera itself goes for $79.99, and it's free shipping, so that's nice. And it just kind of goes over some of the specs on here, just like on the back of the box, so you can check it out before you purchase it. You don't necessarily have to have the camera to know the specs. So like I said, it's got full HD video, really high quality recordings at 30 frames per second. It's got the parking monitor feature, which detects motion, and it's got that collision or shaking sensor. It's got the LCD display, and then the accident auto capture with the G sensor, and lots of other features. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone over the product a little bit, so let's go ahead and install this guy into the car and power it on and try and use it a little bit. Okay, so now that we're all ready to go here, we got the camera, we got the cord, and we got the USB, or not the USB, well, I guess the power adapter that features USB. So we're gonna go ahead and get this all set up, get it powered on, and then I'll go over kind of the startup and maybe menu feature of the camera. One thing that's really nice with this camera is that they provide you with a very long cord. I mean, this cord is probably easily, 4 feet long. So if you want to, put this on an external display somewhere and you want to wire it up so that it's not in the way, you got the ability to do that because the cord is really long. So it's really nice that you have that. Okay, so we got all the wires hooked up, we got the suction cup mounted to the camera itself. Let's go ahead and plug the camera in, and we'll turn the car's power on and see if we can power this guy on here. Alright. Okay, so immediately we get some red and blue lights. Oh, and the dash cam powers on itself. You don't even have to press the on button. So it's notifying me that there's no SD card, and then we got to put that in. So let's go ahead and get that all hooked up, and then I will go over some of the menu features on here, and then let's go take for a little drive to demonstrate the camera itself. See if I can either record using the camera, or I'll just record the camera recording, if that makes sense. So it's getting dark out. It always gets dark so early now because it's daylight savings, and I want it to be summertime again. But so it'll be dark when we drive, but it'll put this camera's kind of more night vision feature to the test to see how it does. Okay, so now that we got the camera powered on here, you can see it's actually displaying live video. So that's cool. So let's go ahead and try and navigate through the screen here. So you got an up and a down button, it looks like. So this helps you navigate through. So it looks like we're on the video resolution thing. So there's an OK button. So now we just clicked our video resolution. Now we're in the main menu. So this is the back button, and then we got an OK button right here. So let's try and, so no SD card. So this is, see, I'm doing this for the first time, so, okay. Let's go ahead and insert an SD card and see if that helps us navigate through a little bit easier. Okay, so now we got the SD card in, and actually it seems like it started recording, so that's cool. So you can see it's recording. So here on the left, we got our, I think this is kind of like the menu features. So you can change your video resolution, recycle record, so I'm guessing that's like how much video that it keeps after a certain time before it deletes it automatically. Park mode, image quality, mic setup, stamp settings, so you can, I'm guessing you can set your time and date, and your driver ID if you have different drivers. So this is great for like fleet vehicles too. So if you have multiple people driving a certain vehicle, driver ID setting, G sensor setting, language, time setup, and a bunch of other features here, or settings. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing all set up, and let's go ahead and put it to the test once I get it set up with the timestamp and everything, and we'll see how it does. Okay, so we got the dash cam all suction cup mounted on here. It's a nice little suction cup. It just, the mount slides into the top of the camera, and then it's got this little dial here that clicks in the suction feature. So now we got it set up. It's actually recording right now, which I guess is what the red light and possibly the blue light have somewhat of an indication for. So now that it's recording, all set up, let's go ahead and go for a little drive and see how this thing does. Alright, so I'm out driving a little bit now, testing out the camera. It's a little bit hard to see on this camera here, but I just wanted to show you guys, since it's so low lighting inside the car and at night right now, but it's hard to tell on the screen here for this little, the dash cam, but from my eyes, I can see the dash cam is doing a great job at picking up the low lighting of being at nighttime right now, and using the lighting from the headlights and the street lights, it really is able to pick up the low lighting. And that's honestly, for cameras, and being a guy that does a lot of photography and videography and stuff, that's one of the hardest things to do for cameras, is to pick up scenery and low lighting situations. And so far, this little dash cam from Ausdom has been doing a great job at portraying the front view of the car here. So you can kind of see out front of the car. You got a pretty wide angle from left to right. So it's a good little dash cam here. I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the footage from the dash cam itself and put it on the video here, so you guys can get a first look at what the quality and the lighting is like, especially at night. Because I figured to do a shot at night here would be the best thing, because if it does a good job at night, it'll definitely do a good job during the day. So far my impressions of this camera have been pretty awesome. I mean, heck, the camera's even picking up the clouds in the sky right now using the lighting it has, which is pretty amazing. So the minute you turn your car on and you give power to the car, you don't even actually have to turn the car on, you just have to turn on the auxiliary power. The camera turns on and immediately starts recording. It tells you how long it's been recording for, and it tells you, and it's got the little time and date stamp on there. So for legal purposes, if you do get an accident, you can use that time and date stamp. So the minute you turn your car on, or not even actually turning it on, just giving the car auxiliary power, the camera flips on and starts recording, and it'll tell you how long it's been recording up in the upper right hand corner, and it's got the time and date stamp on there. So if you do happen to get into an accident, the time and date stamp will help you for legal purposes and things like that. So pretty impressed with this little camera so far, to be honest. So after doing a quick little drive and putting the dash cam to the test for the very first time, I was pretty impressed, to be honest. It did a great job, and it seemed, based on the LCD screen, that it was picking up the low lighting scenery very well. And if it does that very well, I'm sure during the day it'll do an even better job. So I was pretty impressed with it. It's got a battery in it, so it'll charge up after you've been using it for a while. And like I said, it just turns on and off the minute you turn the car on, and it'll start recording immediately. It's got the G sensor, so it'll detect accidents for you, and there's a lot of settings in there you can go and change, such as loop recording. It'll if there's no accident detected, it'll delete the video, so it won't keep filling up your memory card, because HD video does take up a good amount of space on the memory card. And then the other thing I want to mention is, I mean, it's dark right now, but the dash cam's on the windshield of the car on the inside, and you can't even see that it's there. So it's great. It blends in really well. The black works really nice, especially if you have a car with a black interior. It just blends really well. You can put it up towards the rear view mirror of the car, and it's like it's not even there. So it's a great little camera. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, if you're interested in purchasing this camera, the link for the particular item is in the description box below on Amazon. It's got great reviews. For 80 bucks, you're getting a hell of a dash cam. I mean, a lot of comparable dash cams that I've seen, they've gone well into the $100, if not $200 range. So you're getting pretty dang good value for your money investing in this $80 camera. It's a great camera if you want to add a little bit of reassurance and safety while you're driving, to make sure if anything does ever happen, you're covered and you'll be good in terms of dealing with insurance, lawyers possibly. So it's a great addition to your car if you're looking for a dash cam. So thank you all again very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review video of the Ausdom camera. If you have any questions about the camera itself or any other video here on the channel, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. Again, if you're interested in buying this item, the link for the item on Amazon is in the description box. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next day.